What's shaking, bacons? So I just wanted to hop on here and kind of give a background story of why we are even renovating this camper. About 4 years ago, my sister who lives in Arkansas and I decided that we needed to pick a holiday and always make it at a point to share it together, us living in Illinois, her from Arkansas, and get our kids around each other and just be more family oriented because our family is all kind of scattered out. So the holiday that we picked is Thanksgiving. Every year her husband and their kids come up here and stay the week with us. And we're always going down to Missouri in the summers too because we're outdoors people, they're outdoorsy people, and we always meet up either Current or Jacksport River and we would go camping, fishing, canoeing, stuff of that nature. About a year ago, we were down in Arkansas visiting them, staying at their house, and we all went out to dinner. And my sister and I was sitting there and we were discussing with our guys how it would be awesome if we just found a piece of land and started like our own little homestead. We call it R&R. Their last name is Runyon, our last name is Regan. R&R Homestead. It's perfect, right? Little did we know that within a year's time of us sitting down at dinner and having that conversation that we would both be homeowners of 50 acres combined. We have 20, they have 30. The process of finding a home in in Missouri though, with the market the way it is, I would try to line up anywhere between 5 to 10 different properties so we could go down there, meet with the realtor, and check out all these properties in like a weekend's worth of time and make it worth our while instead of just doing one by one. I would have 5, 6, 7, 8 searches saved on my realtor and Zillow.com app, and man, they were just, as soon as I would have them saved, I'd go back a day or two and they were already pending. Like it was crazy the way that stuff was being sold down there and just how quick it was selling. Our property now came through my email that a new listing in the area that we were looking has been posted, and I looked at Ryan. I was like, man, we gotta go, like tomorrow we gotta go. So we did. We went down there, we rented a cabin and stayed in the cabin and met up with the realtor and took a look at the property. It was actually 80 acres that this homeowner had, and he tried selling it all as a whole a couple years prior, and I guess was just asking way too much at it at the time. The market wasn't good, whatever the case may be. But we get there, the location, I mean, you guys seen, it's nothing but dirt road and woods, right up our alley, right where we were looking. After talking to the realtor, he said that he may actually be wanting to kind of split off the 80 acres. We were looking at 20, and the 30 that my sister and her husband ended up getting butts up to ours. So I immediately got on the phone. I'm like, Casey, there's 30 acres in Missouri. Come buy it. Let's do this. Let's get the homestead done. And they did. They came, they took a look at it, and they loved it just as much as we are, and we got the ball rolling. And now we are both homeowners of Missouri down in Oregon County, starting this little homestead. Our house in Illinois now is actually in the process of being sold. Our closing date is September 24th, but we still like to stick around up here for the next 2 years to get both my daughter and then Ryan's daughter from the previous marriage through high school and graduated before we'd like to actually make the big move. So I initially bought this camper to put on our property down there, so when we go down there and start doing renovations, cutting trees down, doing some clearing and stuff, we'd have somewhere to stay. We wouldn't have to stay at a hotel or a cabin or at my dad's house, which is 40 minutes, or my sister in Arkansas, which is 2 hours from the property. That we just cut down the drive time and stay directly on the property on site and get more work done as we're coming down on weekends in between work trying to get this going, and we're 6 hours away. Then I decided, while the market is hot and it's a seller's market, why not go ahead and put our house on the market? I just threw it on Facebook. I didn't go through a realtor, and get it out there and see if it sells. So in 2 years, if the market crashes or what may be, when the time came for us to leave, we didn't have to worry about the house, it's sitting empty, still paying ungodly amount of taxes here in Illinois and all sorts of that. So I did, and she's in the process of being sold. We didn't ask crazy amount. All these houses right now are like crazy overpriced. It was a fair price, looking to get rid of it, and just less of a headache when the time came. So that's what we did. So now this camper has to be done within a month, and we've been looking at rental properties here in Illinois for the next 2 years, but the rental market just ain't booming like it once was, man. I mean, I don't know if it was this pandemic where landlords couldn't kick out renters even though they didn't pay rent or what, but there's just not hardly anything out there, especially somewhere that will accept our 2 dogs. So worst comes to worst, we will be in Missouri staying in a camper as we get renovations until rental property up here pops off, or whatever our case may be. You know, it's just, I want this journey to be as less stressful and just enjoy it as it's happening, because it's a big move and it's something that we both, Ryan and I, have both been wanting for years, but we just stayed around because of kids. We aren't completely sure if Ryan wants to build a pole barn house. I'm more of like a double wide, put it on a slab, have a basement, wham bam, thank you ma'am, get her done. But I mean, we've talked, but we haven't really decided. And if building is our option, well then, I ain't building right now with these lumber prices. You are crazy, Jack. So we have decided to pull the camper down there. He does concrete for a trade. Pour a slab to put the concrete on, and build a lean-to over it with a metal roof, and I can have like pallets coming up to the side, screen it in all the way around. When we come out of the camper, we're in like an enclosed porch area. We can put a table, chairs, regular size fridge, our deep freezer out there, have more storage outside the camper, and call her home. We still have to get a well on there, so we'll be dry camping in a camper, but I mean, ain't nothing that a generator couldn't handle, and some space heaters if need to be. We got a Mr. Buddy fishing heater for when we ice fish. I mean, we can make do with the process. So with that being said, September 24th is our closing date, if all goes well on the buyer side. And that means I have less than a month to finish the bathroom and the bedroom in this camper and get her hauled down there and set up. And I don't know. I guess we're just kind of into the unknown in Missouri in a camper, or in Illinois in a rental house right now. Into the unknown, but I'm embracing it. I'm loving it. We're doing it. God bless. If any of you have any dry camping tips, tricks, hacks, please let me know down in the comments. Again, this is creating a simple life, because that's what we're going for here. Thank you for watching, and if you're feeling generous, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned to our journey.